this up so fast! Yeah, anyway, I've bought a new hoist, so let me get it all laid out for you and I'll show you what I've bought. Yep, so there it is. I've got a mid-rise scissor hoist instead of the two posts, so I think this thing will serve me a bit better for what I want to do, bodywork and working underneath as well. So yeah, my garage is only so big, as you can see, so got to make the best of what I've got, and I think this will be really good. Chose the Joel's hoist because of local support and reviews, so I've got absolutely no qualms with quality. It looks really nice. The control box here is actually different to what they advertise on the website. I like this one better, so they should update the picture on that, because I almost didn't buy this hoist because it had a more basic looking control cabinet. Yeah. I have to say thank you to my little 3-year-old for helping me in the pouring down rain yesterday. So that was a bit of a job. The tow truck just dumped it in the driveway. Pretty rough, but everything's safe. We got it all down here, no problem at all. Well, here's all the parts here. So you've got the main scissor lift there, lifts it up from the belly obviously. There's rams inside it. There's 2 hoses here. You've got a hose here, that's a T-junction there, and a quick connect to connect into the unit. These cables here are for the safety locks. Got the control cabinet there. That looks pretty decent. I'll show you inside that actually. The motor, the oil reservoir, that's the quick connect for the rams. Up the top here, looks pretty decent. I'm a Sparky by trade, so I can see. It's very Chinesey, but looks quite neat to me. The old chint circuit breakers. Yeah, anyway. There's I bought the extra low ramps here and the normal ramps there, so because obviously my car is going to be extremely low, as you can see, I will need these ramps at the very least, maybe even more. All right, let's get this thing assembled and yeah, I'll show you how it works. Well, that was pretty straightforward. The instruction manual was quite vague when it come to connecting up this power unit, I must say. So I ended up knocking out a hole there, and I used a bit of radiator hose to protect the hose and the wiring, because that's obviously a sharp piece of metal. So that'll be very nice. And I just run it inside like that. And then all the safety solenoids connect into there. So let's put some hydraulic fluid in it and we'll give it a test. Close the lid, lock it up, let's give it a go. One thing to note, the power cord is fucking short, so they could have doubled that length, that would have been nice, but anyway. Alright, first go, let's see what happens. Turn it on, green light's on. Woo! can go down on the locks. Ah! Perfect! First time! Wow! That was good. Huh. Stoked. Alright, let's see if it goes down. And, yep. Hold that one down. Oh, look at that! Perfect! Success! Right, all checked, not leaking, which is good. Then I can put that sleeve on properly. And then I might try it a couple more times before I put a car on it, and then, yeah. Alright, car's up there. I did that the hard way just for a challenge, but too hard, so I've actually got a boat winch here that I'm gonna dynabolt to the floor, and then I'll be able to winch it on and off. See that. Fluid's still topped up, no leaks. Let's go! Holy shit! It goes up so fast! Oh! Oh, that goes up so fast. It's a bit scary. I'm not used to that. And then we go down on the locks. Oh! Woo! Cool. Cool, there we have it. Yep, definitely worth the money. Don't regret that at all. Look, you can just work all along the side. If I want to do body work, because I'll be doing these flares and all of that. There's just no access to that part of the chassis, but big deal. Stoked! One last thing, was going down a bit heckers fast. It was a bit scary, so you can actually adjust it. There's a grub screw just in there, and you just adjust it with your Allen key. Anti-clockwise for faster, clockwise for slower, and lock it off, and yeah. It's a bit nicer now, not so scary.